Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Playing Dating Sims with my brother. This time a dating sim meant for guys.
Yeah, this ought to be, we're going to turn things around on you.
Yep. So Nathan's going to be voicing the main character and all the narration, and I'm going to be doing all the NPCs, including the male ones, and hopefully it'll turn out okay. Also, neither of us have ever played this game before, except for about the first half hour, because we tried to record this episode probably 3 weeks ago, and it didn't work out. And then the last time we got together to record, my computer just wouldn't work. So it's a long time in coming, but we're finally getting to it.
Yes, we're finally going to do this thing. We're going to make this happen.
And we're playing Clannad, which is one of the most popular dating sims of its type.
Yes. It's actually on Steam.
Steam.
Which is kind of weird for a dating sim to be on Steam, but I guess
not necessarily.
Just about everything's
yeah.
on Steam these days.
Almost everything's on Steam.
You can find Goat Simulator on Steam. That's a real thing.
Yep.
Play Goat Simulator. You can be a goat. Run around and gore people as a goat. But we're playing Clannad now, because that's important.
It's more important than Goat Simulator.
More important than Goat Simulator.
I mean, subjectively.
At the moment. Alright, so without further ado...
Hit it.
Let's get started. So the world is covered in white. ... Snow.
White snow.
White snow. Don't know yet. Well, there's yellow snow. Yellow snow's bad.
Don't eat that.
Don't eat that. Nope. Yes, it's snow. Even now, it continues to fall, coating me in its paleness. Ah. What could I be doing here? Better yet, how long have I been here? My hand is buried in snow. It's holding on to something. I pull it out. It's a pure white hand. A girl's hand. Oh yeah, that's right. I wasn't alone. I wipe away the snow on her face. Her profile, sleeping peacefully, appears before me. Yes, this girl and I had always been together. Here in this world. This empty, sorrowful world.
I'm actually kind of digging the music, just as a side note.
It is kind of nice, little soft music, trying to give you a good feeling.
As we talk about
I hate
pessimistic
this town.
views in the world.
There's just too many memories here I'd rather forget. Every day is the same. Go to school, see friends, come home to a place I can't stand. Nothing new ever happens. Ichigo. I wonder if anything will change if I keep living like this. I wonder if my life will ever change. There's nature almost everywhere you look around here. I guess today is just another day of trekking through the mountains to get to school. The trip would be so much easier if I could just level them all. If I were able to go in a straight line, I'd probably save myself 20 minutes. 20 minutes every day. How much time would that save me a year? Try to do the math in my head as I walk. I can't figure it out. Somebody let us know how much time you'd actually save.
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. How much time would he actually save? 20 minutes every day.
Every school day.
Every school day.
Minus
so not
holidays.
every day, because there's holidays.
Yep. Plus weekend days.
Weekend days.
Yep.
They only have like one weekend day off a year. They go to school 6 days a week in Japan.
I think so, yeah.
I think it is. Maybe. I don't remember. I've never been to school in Japan. I wouldn't know. Anyways. I don't see any other students from my school around. This is the main street to school, too. Normally, there are students everywhere. Today isn't a vacation day or anything like that, either. So I guess that means I'm late. Responsible students don't just stroll into school at this hour of the day, after all. Still, continue walking at a leisurely pace, unfazed by my realization and the deserted scene before me. One thing I wonder, though, is why would he walk to work or walk to school when... you could grab a bicycle.
Maybe he just appreciates being late. He's too apathetic for a bicycle.
Apathetic. That's a big word. I'm not sure I like that word. 200 meters left to the school gates. I stand still for a moment. I exhaled dejectedly while gazing up at the sky.
Dejectedly. There's another good word for you. Presented by Key.
Presented by Key. There stand the school gates, all the way up the ridge. Whose idea was it to put a school at the top of a giant slope anyway? Well, at least it would...
It'd be fun if you rode your bike down. See, his life would be better if he had a bike.
His life would be so much better if he had a bicycle. The hill goes on like a never-ending nightmare. There's another sigh, but one much smaller and shorter than mine. I look to my right.
Oh, music change.
Brown-haired girl. Reddish brown-haired girl? A
yeah.
girl is standing there, just as still as me. I can tell from the color of the school insignia on her uniform that she's also a third-year student. But she isn't someone familiar to me. Her short hair that comes to just above her shoulders flutters in the wind. She seems to be on the verge of tears. As a repeat offender of late arrivals, I'm not bothered one bit. She, on the other hand, seems to be far more concerned. The idea of getting to class this late must be pretty upsetting to her.
Yeah, uh-huh.
She's nodding her head up and down with her eyes closed, as if telling herself something. Then she opens them. She stares up at the school gates.
Do you like this school?
Huh? No, she's not asking me. She's talking to somebody else. Someone in her head, I guess. Wonder how he, or perhaps she, replied.
I really, really like it. But I know that sooner or later everything changes. The fun things, the happy things, all of it. Nothing can stay the same forever.
She continues to talk to herself awkwardly.
Even if things change, will I still be able to enjoy it here?
You just have to find more, that's it.
Huh?
The girl looks at me surprised. It's almost as if she thought she was alone this whole time. Then you just have to find more things that are fun. More things that make you happy, that's all.
We've met the spacey girl.
That can't be too hard, right? ... The expression on her face. Ah, yes. Cherry blossoms floating by her hair.
Of course.
I remember those days. What it felt like to be naive. Simple. That's something we've all experienced. Can't honestly say that, but... I think I pretty much got to learn about everything. I got Santa Claus ruined for me at a young age, so...
That's true. And our lives were forever changed.
Come on, let's go! We start to climb the hill. Roll credits.
No, it's not called the hill.
Long hill.
It does kind of look like an ending screen, though, more than a prologue screen. April 14th.
A Monday.
Woo.
Mondays always suck. Sunohara.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm supposed to be doing that. Sunohara.
The teacher calls the student's name.
Absent as usual.
I look to my side where Sunohara's desk sits empty. His attendance rate is even worse than mine.
I'm trying to figure out
something.
Over here on this girl with the short hair kind of closest to the screen. Is that her eyebrow sticking out through her hair?
Could
or
be.
A
You
bobby
never,
pin?
you never
I don't know.
I'm thinking bobby pin. Just
Probably
the way
a
her
bobby
hair is
pin.
kind of pulled back. There's like a little notch there that would say that she pulled that
okay.
section back.
Gotcha. Anyway.
You see, the two of us are often labeled as the delinquents at school. But that's probably why we get along so well. He's really the only person in class that I can have an honest conversation with. Nevertheless, today's classes begin. I spend them looking out the window.
That's not how you should be spending your school day.
No, that'd be a bad way to spend the school day. The teacher's voices go in one ear and out the other. This guy sucks as a student.
Yeah, I take it he's not the best or most motivated in school.
No. Classes finish, bringing the school day to an end. Sunahara never did show. In fact, the only person I've spoken to all day is that girl from this morning. Really is just another ordinary day. Since I'm not part of any after-school club, I grab my empty bag, cut through a pack of jabbering students, and leave the classroom. I could go home. There wouldn't be anyone else there at this hour. Not anyone I'd want to see anyway.
Oh yeah, I remember the
Yeah.
the main character's family situation.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Just warning you guys now, it's
Yep.
bad.
Spoilers.
I don't have a mother. I was told that she died in a car accident when I was still little. I don't even remember what she looks like. After her passing, my father sank into a pretty deep depression, probably due to the shock of it all. Using alcohol to numb his pain, he wasted away his days gambling. Because of that, a lot of my time as a kid was spent arguing with him, actually.
That's rough.
But one day our relationship took a turn for the worse. He got violent with me. Ever since then, my father stopped showing his emotions. He also stopped calling me just Ichiro, instead calling me Ichiro-kun, as if we're nothing more than strangers. And indeed, he's turned into just that at this point. It's like he's retreating into some kind of shell. It's as if he's trying to sever the present from the past. It'd be better if he'd just push me away completely, or even just keep hitting me.
Yikes.
At least then I'd know where I stand with him. But no, every time he sees me back home from school, he brightens up like an old friend just visiting and starts making small talk. It hurts. It hurts so much. I can't stand being home anymore. That's why I stay out so late now. If I come home when I know he's asleep, I don't have to see him. That's why I go to bed at dawn. Of course, then I don't wake up till noon. Been late almost every day since starting high school. Spent my life like this for almost 3 years now. Today's no different either. I go home just to change out of my school uniform and leave again before my father gets back. The routine practically feels ingrained in me at this point. I wander around town aimlessly until nightfall. No matter what, I always end up at the same place. On my way, I grab some takeout from one of the local restaurants. I carry it with me as I walk down the massive hill from this morning toward the school dormitory. Our school pays special attention to its clubs, so a lot of students come from more rural areas to enroll. Those students then live here for the next 3 years, separated from their parents. These kids are practically members of different species when compared to someone without any academic dreams like me.
That's pretty intense to move to an entirely different town just for the high school.
Just for high school.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty intense.
Yep. Although I kind of feel like this kid would be happier if you did that.
Yeah, maybe.
But
that would require him to actually be involved in something
yeah.
besides his own pathetic,
Plus,
meaningless life.
High schools that are, big enough to have dormitories probably would take a pretty good, score. Pretty
Yeah.
rough exam to actually get into.
Normally I wouldn't have anything to do with them, but Tsunohara lives here. He used to be on the soccer team, and was even accepted to this school because of how good he was. However, he lost his spot on the varsity team as a freshman after being suspended for getting into a huge fight with a student from another school. By the time the following year's squad was decided, he was already an outcast within the team. He had no choice but to leave. He doesn't have the money to move, though, so he still lives in the dorms where all the jocks are.
How many times do I have to tell you? But the volume's nearly all the way down. I'm gonna break out my Ash from Pokemon voice.
Tsunohara is standing there. He's in front of another room, talking to a student about twice his size.
But that doesn't matter. These walls are paper thin, so I can still hear you. Listen on your headphones or something. Come on, I can't afford those. Then don't listen at all. But I can't get in the zone without it. Plus, I think the music's pretty cool anyway. You should listen to the lyrics next time. They're totally cool. I don't think you get it. I don't care if they're cool or not. You need to understand how pissed off I am right now. Seriously, if I hear you one more time, I'm kicking your ass straight out of here.
Slam.
Eek!
Tsunohara hangs his head, still standing in front of the now closed door.
Damn it. Stupid rugby players.
He mumbles the words under his breath.
By the way, that poster back there with the girl with the goatee, or the goatee and the mustache.
It's been mustached.
And the eyebrows drawn on her.
Yes.
It says something about her boobs.
Okay.
But I can't quite tell what.
Okay.
Yep. That's what the graffiti says.
Okay.
There you go.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, carrying on. Click.
Oh.
He won't be able to hear you like that, you know. Damn it, stupid rugby players!
What a great friend.
Standing behind him, I repeat his words with the yell. Tsunohara grabs my hand and drags me into his room.
Grabs his head and drags him into his room, yeah.
I can hear angry yells of, "Hey, who was that?" resonating from the hallway.
You tried to get me killed?
You're the one who said it.
Listen, Yamato. My relationship with those guys have been rocky at best lately, and I haven't even been causing any trouble.
Then let's go out with a bang.
I still have another year left here.
And you're just going to live in fear like this the entire time?
Hey now. I don't back down from one-on-one fights, even if that means fighting one of the rugby guys. But he's not the only guy in the team living here. They're in all the rooms around us. I can't make trouble here. I'd be totally outnumbered. But I guess I wouldn't mind doing something crazy right before graduation. I'll be counting on you to have my back then, alright?
Great. I'll be sure to take a shot of my own at you while I'm at it.
You're supposed to be covering my back, not stabbing it.
I'm on the rugby team's side, you know.
Since when?
Oh, not now, but I'll be there. I will be when all this goes down.
What? Why? Did these 2 years we spent together mean nothing to you? Really?
Boom. The wall shakes. The rumble is followed by a quiet down. I'll kick the wall right back for you.
No, don't!
You get scared way too easily.
Dude, put yourself in my shoes.
He's crying now.
Please, just don't make any trouble while you're here.
Sure. His pathetic display has such an impact on me that I give in without thinking.
It's a lot of manga on those shelves. They're stacked too deep.
Should I remind you what your bookshelf looks like?
Shh.
Munch munch. I settle down in the small area between the wall and Tsunohara's ever-present kotatsu table and begin to eat my dinner. Sorry. Could I get some tea?
You think I'm gonna serve you tea?
Hey, I said sorry.
I don't care if you apologize or not, you're not getting any tea from me. What do you think this is, the cafeteria?
We're in your room. I understand that.
Uh-huh.
And you're my maid here.
Yeah, you definitely don't get any now.
Please. I forgot to buy some.
So is the idea of going out to buy some yourself just not registering?
But I thought you wanted to do anything you could to be of service to me after I saved your life, no?
What? That never happened.
That's what you told me after I saved you, though. That man named Tsunohara died long ago. Before you now stands your loyal attendant, I am but a simple tea servant. That's what you'll say to me. So, tea please?
This is the worst story I've ever heard.
Alright. Could you just get me one last cup of tea then?
I'm not getting you a last cup, just like I'm not getting you a first cup.
Oh, but it's such a moving story. You'll definitely want to pour me some once you hear it. You seem done for, after suffering life-threatening injuries.
Oh.
But I, thirsty, ordered you to make me tea. So you summoned up the last drops of your strength to go brew some, even as you groveled on all fours.
Moving.
And then, Mr. Yamato, here's your tea, sir. And this cup will be my last. You died with a smile on your face.
Man, I sound remarkably satisfied in that story.
Well, it was exactly how you'd wish to go, after all. Nevertheless, I sat there drinking that final cup of tea as I cried.
How sweet.
See? Moving, isn't it? So, tea please?
I already told you no!
Spend the rest of my time there reading a magazine. With no TV in the room, the only things I can really do are talk to Sunohara or read. Yawn.
About time to go to sleep?
It was late, and the date had already changed over. Yeah, I guess so. One line I didn't cross was staying the night in Sunohara's room. Just the thought of waking up in the morning to someone like that is depressing.
Wow. Real high opinion of his friends. Alright, I'm gonna go take a shower then.
Okay. Sunohara grabbed some underwear and a towel out from under a heap of clothes in the corner of his room before leaving. I'd prefer to avoid having to welcome Sunohara back to his room after a shower, so I'll leave while I still can. I close the magazine and get up off the floor. As I do, I find myself looking at the cassette player. There's a tape still sitting inside it. I try playing it. Out comes the melody of a Japanese rap song that hasn't been popular for a while. Talk about lame. Who listens to this kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, this is our first choice. Well, I'm not a jerk who judges my friends' music choices, so I'm just gonna leave it there.
You're a nice person. This would make it the first time I didn't do anything to his room after he leaves me alone in it, but I guess I'll spare him for today. I decide to leave before Sunohara returns.
I think that's gonna kind of be my goal throughout this playthrough, is to try and make this guy a better person.
Well, somebody's got to.
Somebody's got to.
She's standing here again, just like yesterday. You again. Why can't you go up the hill on your own?
Well, how can I put this?
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. You don't know me, after all.
Oh, alright.
But you really should get to school on time like a good student.
But you're late for school. Nathan's wife is trying to call me.
She points straight at me, her eyes burning right through my thinly veiled reticence.
Yep.
That was the word that I couldn't pronounce last time.
Oh yeah! Yep.
English language has stumped me again.
Yep.
Forget about me. I look away, unable to meet her gaze any longer.
I'm an apathetic person.
What am I doing, acting all serious and getting on her case? I don't know her well enough to do that. She's absolutely right, though. She's just as much of a delinquent as I am. Do what you want. I start up the hill without her. It's just... what drew me to her was the fact that she didn't really look like a bad student. That's all.
Oh, please wait.
A voice. It's hers.
May I join you?
Look behind me to find her standing there quietly. Why?
Well, I feel anxious going alone.
It's kind of odd that she's asking me of all people. Someone she doesn't even know. I mean, she has to have at least a friend or two, right? I look up the hill, squinting from the sun's blinding glare. It's not too far away. And she's got no one else to go up with right now. I guess it wouldn't hurt. Do what you want. I start walking again, after repeating myself.
Please wait.
What now? The girl eyes me, looking as though she's deciding on whether to say what's just popped into her head. Then,
Anpan.
a single word is all that comes out. How should I even reply to something like that? Baguette?
I don't really understand what you mean.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say that to you. So what, you like anpan or something? Is that it?
No, not particularly. But it's not as if I hate it. I guess I like it more than I dislike it.
Talk about beating around the bush. It's not like I really care either way. Alright, well, let's get going.
Okay.
There's a bit of newfound energy in her response. Maybe that was some kind of weird magical spell she just cast. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Her footsteps make it sound like she's galloping behind me.
Okay. Well, that was strange.
Dot, dot, dot. The bell rings, ending the period. In the
Oh yes, the
wild
girl
anime
in the back with
character
the
in
very,
the hallway
very
back
spiky
there.
hair. Yeah.
Talk about anime hair.
Mm.
Poof. Someone calls out to me unexpectedly. I turn to face the source.
Oh.
Ryu Fujibashi? Bishi?
Fujibayashi.
Bayashi.
Yep.
Ryu Fujibayashi. Yeah.
Good luck.
That's that.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Japanese names. Always difficult.
Is your wife calling you now?
Yes. She's the class president, I think.
Oop. We're dropping
I
things
didn't
now.
interrupt.
Good job.
She's the class president, I think.
Yep.
Or rather, she's the girl that was saddled with the responsibility of being the class president. If I remember correctly, she's Kyo's younger twin.
Kyo.
Kyo.
Mm-hmm.
She insecurely darts her eyes left and right as she's standing next to my desk.
Oh, that's kind of mean. Their names are Ryo and Kyo. Like, they're one letter off. If they're twins, yeah. Yep.
That's like a very common American thing
It is a
to
very
do,
common thing
so
to do,
I can't
but
actually
still.
say that that's a mean thing to do because
kind of mean.
everybody does that to their twins.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody, but a lot of people do that to their twins.
Yeah. Here.
She says as she hands me a sheet of paper. A love letter?
No, it's not.
You're bolder than you look. It's not easy to just hand that to me directly.
It's not a love letter.
Is it a chain letter then? It's kind of mean of you to hand it to me that nonchalantly.
I don't think it's a chain letter either.
A letter of challenge?
Mm.
Thump. Fuji Bayashi blushes and presses the paper against my chest.
It's the handout from this morning's homeroom.
Ah, lame. I tossed it in the desk drawer without so much as looking at it.
So involved.
It's probably nothing important anyway. You need something else?
I think you should try to come to school on time more often.
That's no concern of yours, right?
But, I think it'd be better if you came on time.
Well, probably would be.
Yeah.
So you think you can start picking on your classmates' attendance now that you're the class prez?
That's not it. But, well...
Her eyes start to water.
It's probably as good a
great.
place as any to stop.
Might as
we're out
well.
of time.
We're making a girl cry.
How nice.
All
We're
right.
great people.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We'll see you next episode. Bye.
Hopefully, if we don't die, or the computer doesn't die.
Yeah. Bye.